Alright, now I'm going to guide you through an EFT session for eliminating bad feelings. And what I want you to do is think about something that's causing you to feel bad. Now it's much better with EFT to be being specific on exactly what you're working on. However, this will do as a stopgap, if you like. It will help you eliminate bad feelings. But if you want to work on something really specific, you need an EFT recording aimed directly at that, like anxiety or overcoming cravings, or trying to think now, improving at sports. There's so many different areas, fears, phobias, so many different things that you can use this on, but you can aim specifically at what you want to change. However, they can be all thought of as a bad feeling. So we're going to work on this as a bad feeling. Okay, so I want you to think about what causes you a bad feeling. What makes you feel bad? Pick one specific thing to work on. Now perhaps you notice when you think about whatever causes you to feel bad, you may get a feeling in your body. And if you don't, that's okay too, because you're not experiencing it at this moment. So perhaps what we'll do is I'll get you to close your eyes for a minute. Just close your eyes for a minute and think about what causes you to feel bad. One specific event. It could be past, future, present, whatever. Just think about what causes you to feel bad. And just notice, is there someone in that event that causes you to feel bad? It is a person. Is it something you have to do? Is it something you have experienced with some person? Just notice what comes to mind. Okay, open your eyes. Now just working on that event, I want you to measure it on a scale of 0 to 10 of how bad that experience has been. Or will be if it's a future thing. Okay, now, whatever number pops to mind, this is very important. Whatever number pops to mind is the one you go with. Don't go, well, it's 10 because it's terrible, it's bad. That's not good enough. What you have to do is kind of think about that event. 0 to 10, what number pops to mind? It could be 7, it could be 6, it could be 5, it could be 9. That's okay. Whatever number pops to mind, go with that number. That's the most important one, because all of what makes you feel bad, causing those feelings of past experience, future expected experience, is created at a subconscious level. And it's the subconscious gives you that answer, that number, by me asking that question. It's like if someone asks you a question, you can give them an answer. But you can't give them an answer before the question is asked. But when you're asked the question, you may think, oh, I remember that. It's your subconscious mind has remembered that. Sometimes it's a little more difficult for the subconscious mind to remember because it's been a while or for whatever reason. Usually names are one of those things that cause problems of trying to remember. And you'll notice that the subconscious mind has kept working because later on that name just seems to pop in your head. And just like that, it's coming from that same area. But it doesn't have to take that long to measure 0 to 10 how bad you've been feeling about what you're going to work on. So with that number, I want you to repeat words after me and follow along with me as we tap around all these points. So tap on the side of your hand here and say after me, even though I have that number of bad feeling, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have that number of bad feeling, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have that number of bad feeling, I deeply and completely accept myself. Now, just follow along with me. That number of bad feeling. 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 Take a deep breath in, filling your lungs, and release all that now. Now think about that same specific event, future, past, or whatever popped to mind. Okay? Measure 0 to 10. What number's remaining? If it's the same, that's okay. It's the first time you've done this round of EFT. But just follow along and we'll do it again with whatever number you have and notice any changes. Okay. So even though I have that remaining number of bad feeling, I deeply and completely accept myself. Now it's important to say these words out loud. Even though I have that remaining number of bad feeling, I deeply and completely accept myself. Just like when you are thinking about your feet, this keeps you focused. Even though I have that number of bad feeling, I deeply and completely accept myself. Because when you speak about that number, you know why you have that number, where it comes from, and by saying this out loud and accepting yourself, accepting it, you're narrowing in your focus totally on what you're working on. So, that remaining number of bad feeling. Just follow along, keep saying the words out loud after me. That remaining number of bad feeling. 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 Take a deep breath in and release that now. Now this time, when you think about that bad feeling, put a colour on it. Give that bad feeling a colour. Now, you have a colour that's popped to mind connected to that bad feeling. So if you have a colour, you must have a shape. There's a shape to that colour. Notice what the shape is. Okay. And also notice where we're working if you've had any feelings in your body. And you also may notice that when I ask you to take a deep breath in and release it, that in some way your breathing has eased in some way. Or you may find yourself yawning. Perfect. That's energy being released. Sometimes people cough, sneeze. All these things happen. They're energy releases. We're shifting something. Okay. So start tapping along after me and saying out loud again. Even though I have that colour and shape connected to that bad feeling, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have that colour and shape connected to that bad feeling, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have that colour and shape connected to that bad feeling, I deeply and completely accept myself. That colour and shape. 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 Take a deep breath in and release that now. So think about that bad feeling and notice any changes that have happened. Physically, think 0 to 10, what number pops to mind? If you're at 0, perfect. Think about the colour. in shape? Has it changed in some way? Now, if you're not at 0, you can go back to the beginning of this and start all over again. However, there is some advanced techniques to EFT which I'm not going to be teaching here. But this is perfect. This works perfectly. I do it one-to-one with clients, and as I said, recordings, and they all get the same thing. And the thing is that you can do this anywhere. Just change your topic. Be specific and tap on those points. And you'll make amazing changes for yourself. So I hope you have gained something from this EFT experience.